สวัสดีค่ะ This is my presentation. My presentation is about the put forward scientific management theory. So what is the theory of scientific management? Scientific management theory describes the application of scientific methods to determine the best method of a job. Summarized as science rather than relying on experience alone, harmony rather than cooperation not individualism, to replace limited output with maximum output. Everyone exerts maximum work efficiency and obtain the maximum. Success is to replace low-cost production methods with high-efficiency production methods to strengthen labor cost control. So there are two examples to explain the success of scientific management theory. Number one is in 1898. Taylor began his experiments at this place. The raw materials of this factory are moved by a group of dairy workers. The workers earn $1.15 a day. This was the standard salary at that time. The weight of the iron blocks moved each day was 12 to 13 tons. Talk or dismissal. Sometimes you can select some better workers to work as rank workers in the workshop, and you can get a slightly higher salary. Later, Taylor observed and studied 75 workers, selected 4 of them, and then conducted a study on these 4 people, investigated their background, habits, and ambitions, and finally picked a person named Schmidt. This person loved very much, rich and stingy. Taylor asked the man to work according to the new requirements and pay him $3.85 a day. Through careful research to make it convert various work factory to observe their impact on production efficiency. For example, sometimes the workers stopped and moved, sometimes they moved straight, and later he observed the speed of working and position of the grip and other variables. Through a long-term observation test, Taylor matched the working hours and rest time well, and the daily workload of the workers could be increased to 47 tons without feeling too tired. He also adopted a piece rate week system. After the workers moved 47 tons a day, their wage also rose to $3.85. In this way, after Schmidt started working, he moved 47.5 tons very earlier on the first day and got a salary of $3.85. So other workers gradually moved in this way, and labor productivity has improved a lot. The number 2 is Shrove experiment. In the same years, 1898. Taylor discovered the following phenomenon at this place at that time, regardless of shoveling iron or coal. The shove was used for manual handling, and the number of employed porters stood at 500 or 600. Excellent porters generally do not want to use the shove issued by the company, prefer to use the shove that is personally owned. At the same time, grassroots gardeners have to manage 50 or 60 porters, and the scope of operation involved is quite extensive. In an investigation, Taylor found that porters can shove 3.5 pounds of coal powder at a time, while iron ore can shove just 38 pounds. In order to obtain the maximum handling capacity in a day, Taylor began to study the most reasonable shoveling capacity of each spade. Taylor found two excellent porters to experiment with shove of different size, each time using a stopwatch to record time. Finally, it was found that when speed is 21.5 points, the material handling capacity is the largest in a day. At the same time, it's also concluded that when carrying iron ore and coal powder, it's best to use different shoves. In addition, production plans were also launched to improve the management scope of grassroots management gardeners. Furthermore, a standard workload is set for a day, and employees who exceed the standard are given subsidies other than salary. And employees who fail to meet the standard must conduct job analysis and guide their work methods so that they can also meet the standard. As a result, after 3 years, the work that originally had to performed by 500 or 600 employees can be completed by only 140, and the material waste is generally reduced. The main points of the theory of scientific management is the purpose of scientific management is to improve labor productivity. Number 2 is an important means to improve labor productivity is to replace traditional management method with scientific management method. Number 3 is the core of scientific management is a completely ideological and physiological revolution between the employers and employees. So this is all of my presentation today. Thank you so much. 萨瓦迪卡。